morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful imperfectionist family. What's good? It's yours truly, Tammy B, coming to you with another session of Planting and or Watering, where I am either planting something new in your life or I am watering something you may have heard along the way. And I know it has been a minute since I have checked in with you lovely people. Therefore, I have to ask the question, how are you doing? Drop me a comment. Let me know. Are you tending to you? Are you tending to your well being? Are you tending to your mental health? Because let me tell you, right now, life is chaotic, life is out of control, but in the midst of it all, do you know something? You can have peace. You can have peace in the midst of the chaos, the turmoil, the confusion, all the things that are disrupting your what I like to say, your internal organs and your cells, and you're like cringing because it's almost like what's next. It's like one thing after another. But I am here to encourage you this morning that you are okay. You are okay. You're safe. And I know you don't feel safe. So you're asking, Tammy, how can you make such a bold statement? Listen, it's all about perspective. And I know when you think of perspective and you look at life in the natural and the reality, the perspective is it is what it is, right? We're going to call it what it is. However, when you switch to looking at life from your supernatural lens, your lens that say, listen, God, I don't know what's going on. Life is lifing. But what I do know is that you said in your word, you would not put more on me than I can bear. And I know right now it feels that we can't bear or take another thing, right? It's almost like if one more little thing, this is where they say the mountains become the moles, when it's almost like one little pebble can change the trajectory of everything, where you just be like, that's it, I'm tired, I'm done, I'm tired, I'm throwing in the white flag. And therefore, my encouragement to you today, tend to you, tend to your well-being, because let me tell you, you can't change the outcome until you change you. I know that does not sit well with people, because you're like, girl, what are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about, when you really start digging in, and let me tell you guys, I have been really digging in. I've been going deeper and deeper and deeper. And the more I dig in, the more I really understand. We're living in a time of mass consciousness. Mass consciousness and confusion has created a lot of the chaos that is going on right now. And I am breaking it down to like real talk you on this one, because I want you to hear the information that I am learning, that I'm gathering. And I've been saying it, but I really want you to catch this. We are in an environment that we get to create our realities. Been saying that from the beginning. So I want you to understand that. In the midst of creating, a lot of times things that show up in our lives are a reflection, aka, and I said a lot of times, but I'm going to correct that. Life is a mirror. Our external world is a mirror of what's going on in our internal world. You never been taught it that way. So therefore, I'm going to break it down so that you understand. We, as the powerful beings that we are here to create and live a life, a reality on purpose. And sometimes there are other powers in the world. I like to call them the powers that be, or I heard somebody recently say the powers that want to be. They know, based on their egotism, they want the power, they want the control. And if they can control the people through what is known as mass hypnosis, then the people will stay lost. The people will stay staggering. They'll stay wavering. They'll be like double minded, because they're believing in God, they're trusting God, but yet at the same time, life is causing so much confusion and chaos, which is by design. So we're creating a reality based on what we're seeing versus what we're knowing. And what is the knowing? What does the scripture always tell us? God is in you. God is with you. All supernatural help, angels, your ancestors, your spiritual guides, they are all with you. They are with you. They're guiding you. They're cheering you. They're there to help you at any given moment. But far too often we get so caught up in the issues of life, right? The issues of life, and they cause us to be distracted that we miss it. We don't hear. We don't spend the time that we should in meditation. Or sometimes meditation can be distracted by external sources. Therefore, it's hard at times. And when I say external forces, it can be noises, it can be the media. Sometimes it can be your family, people pulling and tugging and like, you like, wait, how can I help you? And I am not fully stable myself. It's like many of us are walking slippery slopes, and our hearts are in the right place, but yet with so much going on, we find ourselves like, what do I do next? What do I do next? And therefore, it is important for us to consult the inner power that is within us. Because let me tell you, God gave each and every one of us power. And when I talked about those with the egos that want to control the world, they know that if each and every one of us tap into that power that is inside of us, we will be so powerful. We'll be a force that could be reckoned with. We would clean up our internal energy, our internal vibration. Yes, your vibration. We're in a vibrational universe. We operate in frequencies. I know we haven't been taught that, at least in my generation. So we have to accept that. And I know a lot of times what throws people off is because it wasn't taught in a certain way. So now that they're being open to these things, they're really not being open to it because it's not coming the way that they're used to. This is a time that mass consciousness is being awakened. And here's the thing, if you choose to close your mind, you will not waken to your real reality that you are powerful beyond measures. There is so much power in you. You have the power that created worlds, which is a part of God, aka source energy, flowing through your body, that you can create anything you desire. But you can't allow the distractions, the cares of this world, which scripture clearly encouraged us not to be entangled in. We get entangled in the cares of the world. Why? Because again, those powers that want to be, those people that want to have control, those egos that want to rule everybody, be a king of everybody, is sitting with these tactics. For instance, the news, right? It's a reason it's called programming. If it's constantly feeding you with negativity, guess what? Your subconscious is being programmed with that information. And I know you never really sat and thought about it that way. So therefore, when people are constantly harping on the news, constantly harping on the negativity, they're not embracing and spending time in the positivity. What does the fruits of the spirit say? Fill your life with love, joy, meekness, goodness, temperance, and love. There's so much surrounding the word love that, you know what? Love can change it all. Love can change it all. And again, if you stay distracted from your peace, your purpose, and your love, you'll do everything that they want you to do. You'll create an environment around you and the world that can just shake you to your core. And so therefore, my heart today, because I'm seeing all of this, and as I'm witnessing it, and I'm constantly, God, how do we change this? And the answer keeps coming back. We got to change ourselves. We got to love ourselves. That's why, what did Jesus say? The first commandments with promise is love. Love the Lord thy God, which God is in you, and love your neighbor as yourself. And in order to even begin to love your neighbor as yourself, you got to love you. The hurt that has caused so many people so much pain and so much unresolved issues and trauma, that's keeping them from loving them. So many are walking around feeling unworthy, unworthy of love, unworthy of happiness, unworthy of joy. So therefore, they look externally for those things which need to start within. That's why new meaning, the scripture, when charity said, when in Corinthians 13, when it says charity begins at home and spread abroad, the home is you. The home is you. It starts within you. So therefore, it's up to you to spread the love. It's up to you to blot out the noises. It's up to you to blot out the distractions. Don't give into the programming. That's why it's called programming. The news is programming because it's programming you to fear. As a matter of fact, I'm listening continuously. I've been listening to it for a minute because it's a long book, but I am listening to Psycho-Cybernetics, and it brought up an interesting point where the programming is concerned. Children are immediately introduced to things in school. Catch it now, in school. They're introduced to things that they can't solve, that's hard for them, versus introducing them to things that could be easily graspable, where they can grasp easily, whereas that will help them to want to learn and evolve more. When they're put those challenges in program, those challenges early in life, guess what? They start taking a defeated mindset. So therefore, they start growing and thinking life is supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be challenging. Life is supposed to be filled with difficulties. I won't win because the odds are stacked against me. These laws that they have in place, they're stacked against me. We'll look at all external forces for it, which that's fair if you've been programmed, which, going back to the children in the programming again, and I think I said it in the last talk. That's why in the 50s, Rockefeller said, I don't want a world of thinkers. I want a world of workers. What I talked about, those powers that want to be. So you got to catch these things. There are people that are vying for your attention, and it's not for good attention. They're vying to tear you down because they want to keep control over you. So therefore, I have been encouraging you, pull your power back. Take your power and your attention from what's going on. Listen, know what's going on around you, but know enough to be dangerous. Have said that before. Don't have to know everything. Don't have to be in every reality TV star life. Don't have to be in every actor or singer or song. Don't have to be in everybody's life. Be in yours. The way that you can be in their life, send them love, send them light, send them good vibes, positive energy. And I promise you, the more you do those things, the more your world changes. As a matter of fact, I was listening to Dr. Joe Vitale. He was one of the philosophers on The Secret, the book that you all know that I'm always encouraging you guys to read and or listen to. The documentary is on YouTube. Take in The Secret and know that, again, the power is in you. And Dr. Joe was talking about one of the things that could really help change a person. This is going to be deep. And I said this before, and I can't say the word right, but bear with me. It's the Ho'oponopono prayer. It's a Hawaiian prayer. Go look up the word Ho'oponopono. Okay. That word consists of 4 little phrases, which says, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And what that is saying to whatever is going on in your life, internally or externally, I'm sorry, Please forgive me for whatever role I played in creating this reality. Thank you for the process and the enlightenment that comes from it. And I love you. You're healing a situation. And as a matter of fact, he learned of that from this doctor by the name of Hugh Lin, if I'm saying his name correctly. Dr. Hugh Lin used the Ho'oponopono, y'all know what I'm talking about. He used the prayer to heal mentally ill patients. He was a doctor at a mentally ill ward where all the patients either had to be heavily medicated or they had to be strapped up. And after reviewing their records, he started saying that prayer silently within himself, not to anybody else, not to the patients, nobody. He started saying that within himself. Within a matter of time, I won't put the time, I can't remember, the patients were healed mentally, and eventually all of them were released. Go do your research. The information is out there. And so, what I am saying is this as I close this: love can change a world, forgiveness can change a world. And those two forms of actions start within you. Love yourself, forgive yourself. A lot of the things that have been created is because of unforgiveness or lack of love and the spirit of hatred or bitter or envy and all those things, which what the scriptures say, do not let them take place in your heart. Remember, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So I want you to get to a place of loving you, forgiving you, loving others, forgiving others, even those forces that are around here that are trying to harm you. What did Joseph tell his brothers? What you meant for harm, God meant for good. So the harm that they're doing in the world right now, I feel that when mass consciousness wakes up and tap into their true power and really operate in love and forgiveness and the space of peace, that contentment that Paul said, no matter what state I'm in, I will be content. When people operate in that space, the world changes. So listen, be the change in the world that you want to see. Okay. I know this message here was it was not my usual energetic way, but I really felt my heart wanting to make sure I conveyed this message. Because remember, everything that I am doing is about transformation. If we stay conformed, nothing changes. That's why the scripture says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay, which is why I consider myself to be a transformational speaker. And therefore, I like to ask if I have added any value or gave you anything to think about. I ask that you click on the like button, give your girl a thumbs up, and or drop me a comment. And if you know anyone who can benefit from this message, please share it with others, because the transformation needs to start with each and every one of us. Reach one, teach one. That's what this journey is about. We are our brothers and sisters keeper. And if you are not part of my imperfectionist family, as we are imperfectly perfect people on this journey, I ask you to click the subscribe button so you will know when I come back with new content. To which, again, if you have not been tuning in to Real Talk with Tammy B, we've been having some real talk conversations. Like, we go deep, and we have our upcoming men's talk in which I have a conversation with the men, because I want to hear their heart as well and ask them questions. So these are the things that help bring us all together. So listen, subscribe and share, and then also put this plug in. If you are in need of a life coach, someone to help you on your journey, I invite you to go to my coaching website, www.happinesslifestylecoaching.com. You can also get to it on www.that'sawoman.com as well. So listen, as always, I thank you with much love and gratitude. I thank you amazingly, perfectly, imperfectly perfect people being with me on this journey. So until the next time, I want you to be blessed, be powerful, love you, forgive you, and love others and forgive others. And until the next time, have a blessed and amazing day.